Hello and welcome to Club 8, Episode 8 of The Pilgrimage. My name is Jamie. Coming up on today's episode, I've got two games for you. We are away to Juventus in the quarterfinal of the Coppa Italia. I'll then play Torino in Serie A at home off camera, and I'll bring you back for Shakhtar Donetsk away in the Champions League first knockout round. Since you were last with me, we've played only two matches. We beat Sassuolo 3-0 at home in Serie A, and most recently, also in Serie A, drew 1-1 away to Roma. So let's get straight into the Juventus game, and I will show you the team for that one in just a moment. Okay, so here is the team for the game against Juventus, and it is Peña in goal, the back four of Kostis Koval, Romero, Kumbula and Weindl, Del Grosso at the base of midfield, Bongazzoni and Fanavong ahead of him, Pedro on the right, Brahim Diaz on the left, Franceschini up front. Let's submit the team and go and give the team talk. Okay, the assistant is recommending, I think we need to show everyone their recent praise is justified, put on a real show. No, I'm going to disagree. I'm going to point the finger and say the pressure is all on them. What do we have to lose? Go out and cause an upset, and that is purely because we're away from home. So let's go into the tunnel. Both teams come into this one in good form. How do you rate your chances? They're a good team in excellent form. We're going to have to work very, very hard. Are you hopeful of a performance? I hope for a performance in every match. Big day all round. Personally, always look forward to this one. Yep. Okay, let's get into the match. Kick things off. As always, wait for the first 10 minutes to whiz by, and then we'll have a look at whether we need to make any adjustments on the fly. And we're 4 minutes in. Juventus have had the first shot, not on target or highlight worthy, but clearly we're going to need to make some kind of intervention. I think we go with something along the lines of encourage. Toth turns, crosses it in. The header is over the top from Juventus, so they've had the first real chance of the match. I think we encourage at this stage rather than demand more, and hopefully that has the desired effect. It's Weindl with the throw in. He's given it away. Guichard back to Chipong. Kovacs into Camavinga. Chipong gets the cross in, and Peña comes out and collects. Is he going to launch it long, or are we going to go for something a little more subtle? He goes short to Romero, plays it forward to Kostis Koval, back to Del Grosso. Romero back to Peña, who this time does go long. Franceschini's flick on is cut out, and Juventus can come again. Vlahovic, it's over the top, and it's dinked over the keeper. David Mancarella puts Juventus ahead, and it is Juventus 1, Milan 0. There's no doubt this is going to be given, and in fact it doesn't even go to VAR. We'll demand more at this point. And Pedro, I think, is probably going to be amongst the contenders to come off, although there's a couple at the back as well. Possibly Romero. We'll have a look at fitness levels at half time, given that there's so many underperforming in this first half. So, not even half an hour gone yet. We've not even had a highlight, really, of nothing of any note. So we'll demand more again. And still, in fact, it's going to be Kostis Koval who's going to be the one to to make way at half time. He's having a very, very poor first half of the match, and we have shown precious little intent to get back into it. So I can't wait for half time, to be honest. It's a Juventus highlight again. De Ligt into Mancarella, back to Kovac, Mancarella to Camavinga, Toth through to Vlahovic. The shot is saved and Weindl collects the loose ball. Brahim Diaz plays it through to no one in particular. It's all the way through to Garrido, the Juventus keeper. He goes short to Kovac, back to Garrido, De Ligt to Kovac, Garrido with the long ball this time. Vlahovic turns Romero, plays the chip, and Dusan Vlahovic has a second for Juventus. And that is Juventus 2, Milan 0, surely all over before the half-time whistle. And Kostis Koval is definitely going to be the first one off. So let's get in there. Tell the lads we demand better in the second half. Not good enough. Go out and make amends in the second half. Let's go make the sub as well. Kostis Koval for David Calabria. Good shout. And also, do we need another one? I think we probably do. Brahim Diaz for Rafael Leao. So let's go and see if we can make amends in the second half. Start the second half. We'll hit them with a demand more immediately. I don't want to go attacking just yet. Pereira for Juventus to Vlahovic. Garma's cross. Weindl to Leao. Weindl into Kumbula. Leao to Weindl. Leao to Bongazzoni. Gives it away. Vlahovic, it's played through. Calabria cleans up. Franceschini can't get there. And Juventus will come again. And the loose ball is at the feet of Pena, who lashes it clear. And the highlight comes to an end. We are being woefully outplayed in this game. I'm going to rest Franceschini because he can't do anything to turn this one around. In terms of players to come on, Pons can come on and then go out on the right wing. We'll move Pedro up front. So we'll do that now. And we'll confirm that change. And hopefully that will enable us to get back into the match. Weindl into Rafael Leao. His ball back to Fanavong. Weindl's chip into the area. Pons doesn't get there. Weindl will pick up the loose ball. And he played it forward, but it was to a player who was offside. And Guichard gives it away. Pons with the shot. We'll get a corner out of it. And it is Romero with the corner into the middle. Toth heads it away. Romero should get there, but he's under pressure. And the highlight comes to an end. We've actually had the better of it since they went 2-0 up, but we still have nothing to show for that. And no subs left either. So we're going to have to just make do with what's on the field of play at the moment. Okay. Going to go with it as it is. In fact, let's go attacking. We've nothing to lose. It's a cup match. There is no second leg. Demand more. And putting Pedro up front has done absolutely nothing. So neither of the players to feature up front has contributed anything positive so far. Kumbula to Wijndal. Wijndal is under pressure and he's lost it. Mancarella to Toff. Mancarella to Bogard. It's played through for Toff. He cuts it back. Del Grosso clears. Leao picks up the loose ball, but the highlight ends. And it's Juventus with a free kick. Guichard with the header into the back of the net. Juventus 3, Milan 0. And that is absolutely game, set and match to Juventus. And they're on the attack again. Bogard to Conrad. Bogard again. Beats his man, gets the cross in, headed away, but De Ligt will pick it up. Into Mancarella. Camavinga back to Kovac. Zaniolo with the shot. The loose ball falls to Mancarella. And it's out for a corner. Into the added time, of which there is 3 minutes. And the loose ball is cleared after it comes back off the crossbar. And Juventus will come again. Camavinga to Pereira. Zaniolo into Guichard. Toth back to Camavinga. Guichard to Zaniolo into Conrad. Guichard to Mancarella. Plays it through for Toth, who has the shot. He's crowded out though and can't finish off the loose chance. Wijndal back to Pena. Kumbula clears. As far as Pons, he plays it to the left and Rafael Leao. It's back to Wijndal. Plays it down the line but doesn't find Leao. De Ligt back to his goalkeeper, who clears. Romero beats Conrad to it. Pereira picks up the loose ball. Del Grosso gets it back. Leao back to Kumbula. Leao all the way back to Iñaki Pena. There's no point going back to the keeper at this stage. We're out of the game. Leao into Pedro. Fanavong to Wijndal. Can Wijndal create a chance? No, it's back to the keeper. And Juventus pick up the loose ball. And that's full time. Juventus 3, Milan 0. I'll play the next match off camera and I'll join you for the game against Shakhtar in just a moment. Okay, well, having smashed Torino 5-0 in our last match off camera, it's now time for the second match of today's episode, Shakhtar Donetsk away in the Champions League. The team for this one is Pena in goal, back four of Kostis Koval, Romero, Kumbula and Wijndal, Vitinha at the base of midfield, Larsen and Fanavong ahead of him, Pons on the right, Diaz on the left, Franceschini up front. Let's submit the team and go and give the team talk. Okay, well, the assistant is recommending if you carry your last performance into this match, we'll do well. After a 5-0 win, that's a fair shout. So we will outstretch the arms and agree with him. And let's go into the tunnel. You come into this match in good form while your opponents do not. Do you perhaps fear complacency? So they're a better team than their recent run of form might indicate. Milan were impressive last time out against Torino. How do you carry that form into this match? We always want to keep playing well. It is a big match and the players who are fit and available need to step up. Okay, let's get into the game. As always, we'll let the first 10 minutes drift by without doing anything dramatic, and then we will make any necessary changes. Okay, we are underway finally. And the first couple of minutes, nothing's happened at all. So we still await the first action of the match. The 10 minutes is not up yet, but we do have our first highlight. Weindl into Brahim Diaz. He plays it forward to Fanavong, but it's lost. Frimpong for Shakhtar to Solomon. Back to Frimpong. He goes to Zenon to Szymanski. Frimpong to Solomon. Back to Frimpong. Zenon to Yaroshenko. Kalulu is put under pressure but finds Zenon to Musa. Adei. And we've won it back. The ball over the top. And Franceschini's on the end of it. And it is Shakhtar Donetsk 0, Milan 1. And we will watch the replay. It's a good finish. Interesting colour of match ball as well. It's a luminous purple affair. Lovely finish from Franceschini for the opening goal to give us that 1-0 lead. And still not 10 minutes into the match yet. So I don't think we will make an intervention at 10 minutes. Pons to Vitinha. Kostis Koval with the flick on. Yaroshenko plays it forward, but we've won it back. Kumbula to Weindl. Into Fanavong. To Brahim Diaz. Through for Franceschini. He is tackled and it's cleared. The highlight comes to an end. 10 minutes is now up. I think an encourage is probably a good idea. We've had the better of it, but we don't want any complacency creeping in. It's Frimpong with the throw to Zenon. Back to Frimpong. He's close down but finds Yaroshenko. Zenon to Kalulu. We've won it back with pressure. Brahim Diaz to Fanavong. Out to the left and Weindl. And he crosses it for Franceschini, who beats the keeper at his near post. And it is Shakhtar Donetsk 0, Milan 2. I won't bother with the replay. Simple goal, giving us a 2-0 lead. And the other matches: Dortmund 1, Manchester City 0, Rangers 1, Chelsea 1. Everything else is a 0-0. What are we? 25 minutes in. Shakhtar yet to have a shot of any description. So we are looking good, although they have now had a shot, not highlight worthy. And we are looking reasonably comfortable at this stage. Just really looking to wind the clock down now to half time. Give the lads some gentle words of encouragement. Maybe make a substitution at half time. And just try and see the game out, really. So 40 minutes gone. 2-0 up. It's ours to throw away at this stage. Another goal, and surely that is tie over as half-time approaches very rapidly. 2 minutes of stoppage time indicated. And there we go, half-time, 2-0 up. Let's go in and encourage them. So, outstretch the arms. Heading we deserve to be, I'm pleased. Okay, and changes wise, let's have a look. I think Kostis Koval for Calabria is a sensible one. Beyond that, I'm going to leave it actually. So just the one change. And we'll see early on in the second half who starts to dip towards the red. We'll try and keep everybody out of it if we can. So we'll drop an encourage. It's Fanavong to Vitinha. Brahim Diaz to the right hand side, and Pons cuts it back for Franceschini. and the chance is lost. It's cleared, and the highlight comes to an end. So, nobody immediately declining, which is good. Long may that continue. Everybody is in reasonably good spirits, apart from Fanavong, bizarrely. So I might make him the next substitution and bring on Del Grosso to replace him. Vendel's corner. Kumbula with the header at the near post. 3-0. And that surely is now game over. We will make the substitution anyway, despite the goal. And the final change, I'm going to protect Franceschini, take him off, and bring on Pedro. Del Grosso to Vendel, back to Del Grosso. Larson plays it to the right, and Calabria, he looks to go round his man, in the end crosses it, it's headed away. Larson wins it back. Del Grosso, Brahim Diaz with the shot just wide, and the highlight will come to an end, and we'll bring on our third and final substitute, Pedro, with 25 or so minutes left. Frimpong to Zenon into Szymanski. Zenon is tackled by Larson. Pedro picks up the loose ball, can't keep his shot down, it's over the top. We've had way more attempts and loads of attempts on target. We definitely deserve a healthy lead. Shakhtar will argue that 3-0 flatters us. I don't think it does, despite the fact our XG is lower than that. We have definitely deserved to be well on top in this game. Shakhtar with the shot, and they've got one back. Brian Adei makes it Shakhtar 1, Milan 3. So we now need to go and get another one to re-establish our 3-goal lead. We'll demand more. Go attacking. Romero into Pons. Back to Larson. Into Brahim Diaz. He skies the shot, and the chance goes begging. I think one more demand more before the end of the match is advisable. If we'd won by 3, I was going to not bother showing you the second leg. If we don't get a fourth goal to re-establish the 3-goal lead, then I will show you the second leg of this one in the next episode. So we've got a few more minutes to try and do that. Zenon to Ramos. Diop to Zenon. And he's lost out to Pedro. Pedro beats him. Crosses for Brahim Diaz. Can't keep the header down. It's over the top, and the highlight comes to an end. So they've scored from their only shot on target of the entire match. And we are into stoppage time. Vendel to Del Grosso. Forward, but Kalulu cuts it out. Diop loses it to Calabria, who finds Pons, who crosses for Pedro. It's headed away. Adei plays it forward, but Romero collects. And the highlight comes to an end. We're into the final minute of stoppage time. And it is going to end up with a 3-1 win for Milan. And I will be back in a moment to show you the league table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, time to take a look at the league table now. And as you can see, after 25 matches, we're top of the table, 63 points on the board, 20 wins, 3 draws, just the 2 defeats. And we're 2 points clear of nearest rivals Inter. So let's have a look at what is coming up on the next episode. And as I intimated in the last match, because we weren't able to re-establish that 3-goal lead, I am going to show you the second leg of the Shakhtar game. I'll make that the first match of the next episode, and I'll bring you back again and show you Spezia away in Serie A. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.